Hey YouTube, S-Mac here. Let me my first video, show my face. Second video overall. Just wanted to basically get on here and talk about what I've been doing on YouTube, how I've been hanging out, what my interests are. What attracted me to doing all these YouTube videos and live stuff is doing the coin community. If you watched my first video, you know what got me started collecting coins. My great-grandfather's $2 bill and great-grandfather's bicentennial collection. I got a little bit of his collection. You can check out my first video. So I started watching coin videos. I was getting back into it. I collected coins for about 5 or 6 years real heavy back in the late 90s, early 2000s, before my kids were born. So I wanted to get back into it. My youngest son decided he wanted to dabble in it a little bit. So I decided to start watching videos, seeing what was important, seeing what wasn't important nowadays, all the new coins. You know, the state quarters had just started when I really kind of left the coin community. So it was all the traditional nickels, dimes, pennies. It was all the old stuff. None of this big flair, 5 quarters a year, four pennies a year, extra nickel varieties, none of that stuff was out. I wasn't into errors and varieties, anything like that. So mostly what I collected was different stuff. So I collected a lot of foreigns. I also collected the $2 bills. I got a whole stack of those. Any of the dollar coins, stuff like that just wasn't part of your normal change. I have tubes of that stuff sitting in a bucket. One of my biggest collections that I love was non-round coins. And people ask me, what is non-round coins? You have coins out there that are square. You have coins out there that are like hexagon shaped. I believe there's one from the Bahamas. One of their dollar pieces has like 8 sides to it. It's like an octagon shape. Coins like that. Coins with holes in the middle. I think there's one from Sweden. Quite a few from old Japan. I've got a whole box of those. I always thought those were cool. There's some that have flower cuts to them. Like there's an island out in near the Philippines that has a flower cut coin. It's kind of cool. So those are my collections. I collected anything that was different. I like the sets. When my son was born in 2002, my oldest son, I was collecting anything that said 2002 on it. But I was also a baseball card collector. And 2002 come around, I was collecting more ball cards than coins. So, my coins kind of faded off. But I do have the silver set and the clad set, proof set for 2002. I need to go back and get the 07 and the 05 for my other two sons. But other things I'm interested in, you might see some ball card stuff on here. A lot of that stuff's gotten so saturated, it's kind of hard to keep up. A lot of that stuff's gotten so outpriced, it's hard to keep up. I'm like, I've only got a couple $100 a month I get to play with, and I can't, I can't spend $200 on one card and then wait another 30 days to do any collections. So every now and then I'll buy small collections, sort through them, separate teams, separate Hall of Famers, stuff like that. Other thing you might see on here is I own a t-shirt shop. I'm a self-trained graphic artist. Been doing everything myself. It's basically been a hobby that's turned into a full-time business. I have my own brick and mortar shop here in Ohio where I live. You can always private message me if you ever have any interest in that stuff. I've got plenty of business, but wouldn't mind helping out anybody, especially coin community guys I've been hanging out with. That's kind of cool. That's pretty much my interest. The only other thing I do is I follow my family around. I got 3 boys that play travel sports. So I got 12, 14, and 18. They're all pretty talented, so it's kind of fun sitting on the fence cheering them on, help coaching them up, and have them tell me to be quiet. So that's pretty much the bulk of my time. Plus, I also work a full-time job, so go figure. I don't know how I squeeze all this in. I really don't. But I enjoy the coin community. That's what I've been hanging out the most on YouTube. Main reason for this video is basically a mail call. So like most people, I started off with Rob Finds Treasure. he has the most videos out there. It's the easiest to attract to, right? So you get on there, you start looking at the people who talk, you start finding interest in, people who are like-minded, make comments, stuff like that. Rob will also talk about certain people that helps him out and who are good people, and you kind of find your way and find your home, because there's a couple different coin niches. They all kind of get along, they all kind of talk to each other, but there's a few people that do this, a few people that do that. So one of the first things that attracted me was there's somebody in Columbus, which is near where I live, that does the hunting halves, and I don't think she's monetized yet, but she's getting pretty close. I know you can PayPal her, but it's PennyDog. So PennyDog, Treasure Turd, and Brutus's mom. So very first time I watched their show, they do a number guess thing where you guess the number and you win their prize, their end of stream prize, mid-box stream. They do a few things every time. They're getting a lot bigger. I started watching them 2 months ago. They're almost twice as big now as when I started watching them. So she's doing some good things. Very clean. You can be around them, you can listen to them, and everything is clean, everything's funny. She does things like videos and old commercials and old TV shows, and it just, that mid-40s kind of guy gets right into it. You understand it, you like it, you understand why she's putting things together. She's very entertaining, talks well. But anyway, so very first show I watched, did their number guess, and so she sent me a package, right? So nice purple package. You can tell she got some personalized envelopes. She has her logo on her envelopes. I got a Canadian moose. So $5, 2012, 4 9s fine silver, Canadian moose. And that's going to go quite well in my collection. My collection fits in an 18-gallon tub at the moment, so I will find a home for it. It's in a nice case. It was packaged well. Very awesome giveaway. Haven't looked up the value. I don't care. It was cool. I got a free thing, and it was something that she just did on her stream, even though she's not completely monetized yet. And my guess is it probably cost her close to $4 to ship it. So kind of shows you what kind of people are in the coin community. They'll spend $5 to ship something. She might have paid for it. She might have got it as a gift. I'm not completely sure. But, I just want a giveaway, and I just hung out for an hour, and I listened and I talked, and, I jump in as much as I can. As you can tell, like I said, I'm quite busy anyway. But I got a free thing. She spent $4 on it, however much to get it in trade or whatever, and that was cool. Other thing I got was her sticker. Pretty good logo, quality done sticker. I do stickers in my shop, so this is good stuff. She also sent we had a couple emails back and forth telling her what I've been doing. She sent a nice personalized letter. Day I won. Hope to see me soon. And thanks for winning the giveaway on February 5th. So, I've been doing this stuff for about a month now. About a week later, I was on Jeepin John's show, just checking it out because he does a lot of mornings. I do mornings at the shop, so I throw him up, while I'm printing shirts, doing some graphics. I throw him up at the shop and just listen in. He's a Midwestern Kentucky guy, right? So a lot of stuff he talks about, it's a lot of stuff I talk about, so it's kind of cool. And most of the guys he has on, scrapping guys, stuff like that, what I call down-to-earth kind of guys. They don't talk highfalutin or nothing like that, but it's just normal guy talk. But, John's if you listen to him for more than an hour, you understand that he he rides the middle of the road. He understands how to talk publicly, and he understands what everybody needs to listen to, and he does a good job at curving conversations, especially inside the coin community, and he talks about other stuff besides coins, so it's kind of cool. So first thing, he sent me a couple stickers. Scoutmaster K, I also subscribe to him. He does more things than just coins. He'll actually get on there and just talk. So if you ever want a conversation, you get in and type in the chat. You can sit and listen for conversation for 10 minutes. Here's a magnet, New Marshall in town. I subscribe to them, haven't been on them much. This guy, I got a koozie from Jeepin John, and he actually, it says happy hunting, and that's Robert, but that's the guy from CoinOp. He does auctions a couple days a week. I think it's Tuesdays, Fridays. Don't quote me on that. You go find out yourself. But him and his wife do auctions. The best moment of your day on Tuesdays and Fridays when he does his auction is when his wife gets on stream and does one of the auctions by herself. I won't give you any more clues. You'll know what I mean after you watch the auction. You can find some good stuff there, good price stuff. I sit there in those auctions and I pull up other websites and I check out prices. Very knowledgeable guy. He gets on other people's streams and he talks coins. He doesn't have like a national show or store or anything like that, but very knowledgeable. Learned quite a few stuff from him in the last month, just trying to figure out how to buy things, stuff like that, what to collect, how to collect. I didn't collect valuable stuff. I collected weird stuff. So a lot of my collections are, they're just weird, cool. I didn't collect the valuable silvers and stuff like that. One, because I was in my mid-20s and couldn't afford it. But now I'm in my mid-40s and still can't afford it, but I'm trying to figure it out. Anyway, Jeepin John, he does like, it's not a trivia, but he does like a guessing game type thing. I know one time it was pick a stroke on the keyboard, and everybody tries to guess if it's like P or control or whatever, stuff like that. So that's how he does some of his giveaways. This one was a number giveaway, and I think listening for John for a couple of days realized that he wasn't a middle of the road kind of guy, and the number range was like 1 to 99, and I'm like, I guess 99. I'm like, nobody ever guesses the edges, right? Why not? Well, so I got the free stickers, I got the magnet, I got the koozie, $4 shipping, right? And I got some nice 40s. My camera doesn't like me. Doing this on my phone. Never done this before. One of these days I'll get better at it. Anyway, that was a 1968 Kennedy. They're both 1968 Kennedy Ds. They've got some life to them. But they're definitely the start of my silver collection. I have a few pieces. A couple dimes here or there, a couple quarters here or there. I did collect peace dollars back in the late 90s, back when they were like 15 bucks, for average ones. $10 for slickers. They're a little bit more expensive than that now, but these will go well in my silver collection. I still listen to John today. Matter of fact, he pulled a good one on me on an auction not too long ago. He asked a question that the answer was a year, and instead of saying 1987, I just typed in 87. And of course the auction was live, and the auction currently was at sitting at 36 bucks. And somebody goes, "Are you bidding $87 on this auction?" And I just responded to Jeepin John. I said, "You're very sneaky with that question, right?" So the next morning I jump in on his stream and he just starts laughing at me. Again, normal guys, right? So if you like normal people, PennyDog, Columbus, Ohio. She talks about normal stuff, talks about, you can kind of guess her age a little bit by the videos she puts on, the commercials. My guess is we're not too far apart, so it's kind of cool listening to her. She puts on a good show. She streams twice a week, Wednesdays like 4:30, and then Saturdays at 11:30. She has different people on. Sometimes she has guest hosts. They always do halves, but they talk about other things. They talk about more than just, hunting half dollars. Jeepin John, you never know when he's on, but a lot of times he does in the morning. He'll jump on other people's streams in the afternoons and the evenings. You'll see him at auctions every now and then. He's got a very vast collection, so every night he has to go find stuff any way he can. But anyway, just wanted to do a mail call for the 2 people that have sent me some free stuff. Hoping I can reciprocate and help out eventually over time. I know that they basically do it for views, and they do it for the community, and they just do it to be good people. So I just wanted to give a shout out to those 2, PennyDog, Jeepin John. Those are the first 2 guys that give me a giveaway, or GAW, whatever you call it on YouTube. And just wanted to show you guys what I had, and that's my end of my second video. And maybe there's more to come. Who knows? If you ever want to talk to S-Mac, I try to be the funny guy in the room. Not always the case. Sometimes I got to be quiet because there are a lot of funny people on YouTube. But I always send out the late 80s reference, the 90s reference. I always try to find a funny point of view to whatever the conversation is. If you want to talk to me, I'm always hanging out late night because I work a lot of midnight shifts. Confrontational nonconformist, I hang out at his place a lot. Anytime that E. Pluberus Unum's on, I hang out at his place. He always streams at like wee hours of the morning. And then Hoover's Corgis and Coins, I'm at her spot every so often. That's the group I've been hanging out with a lot, but you'll see me at Jeepin John's. I go to JW's a lot. I'll switch over to JB's every now and then. Very informative. Puts out a lot of good videos. So anyway, for a month, I've been hanging out at a lot of different places and just basically commenting when I can, giving people some view hours. But what I've been doing is learning. A lot of people out there that understand coins, and they don't mind educating you. I spent half hour this morning listening to Jeepin John and Michael Kittle talk about auctions online. So, Michael Kittle's view of it, on how he buys and sells coins, John's on what he buys and why he buys. So it's all informative. If you understand, if you can learn, if you can receive it all in, take what you want from it. There might be some conversations out there that aren't to deal with coins, but it all leads back. It all leads back to coins. We're all attracted to the coins. That's why we all get together. And so it's been a fun month. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I might, I got a couple other videos planned. Been coin roll hunting with my son. His name's Lomac. I'm S-Mac. So we are. As a matter of fact, I bought $1,000 worth of coins for this COVID in-house BS thing we're going through right now. So we are in through our first box of pennies during the COVID 2020 experience. So we'll have some of the videos on those coming up. I'm going to tear through my 18-gallon tub of coins that I got in the past. We're going to try to make a video of that. But just want to say thanks. You stayed here for the whole 19 minutes. That's cool. Again, just wanted to give a shout out to a couple of free giveaways I got, and then just let you guys know where I'm hanging out if you want to come talk to S-Mac. Confrontational Nonconformist, Justin Bussman, E. Pluberus Unum. I hang out at JW's every now and then. You'll see me at RFT every so often, but it's so hard to read in there, so there's no point in talking in there. Yep. That's about it. All right, I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.